everybody, Shad here with Savage Camper. Hope you're all doing well. This is our part 2 video of off-grid camping unit build for the Jeep Renegade Trailhawk. In part 1, I went through building out this slide-out counter, the slide-out sink, and this platform for this 15-liter drinking water jug from a company called Red Camp that I bought off Amazon. In this part 2 video, one of the things that we're going to do is build out the slider for this fridge freezer unit that I purchased off Amazon. It's by a company called Alpicool. This model is the C15. It just so happens that my refrigerator went out here in my place, so I've been using this for the past month on AC power. You can see I have milk in here and other things, and it's worked great. The fridge freezer unit, it does go down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. It has an eco mode, which I'm on now. For 12 volt power, it has battery protection mode, 3 different levels. And this also has Bluetooth capability for an app that you can download for your phone and control it. I haven't tried that yet, but maybe I will in the future. Also has a USB port here. So I've been really happy with it so far. Its small size will fit in my Renegade. Many of the gray overland builds that you see typically have Dometic fridges and freezers or ARB. Reason why I went with this is because of the price. Those fridges and freezers typically start about $500. This one on Amazon was only about $179. This alpicool unit draws a max of 3.75 amps. I read some reviews that at room temperature, at 12 volts, it'll pull about ½ an amp an hour. Granted, sitting in the car, it's going to be warmer, so I imagine it would pull more than that sometimes. As you can see here, I've already mounted one of the sliders. And today I'm going to work on adding the other in combination with this divider, which will go approximately here. I've already cut this at a 70-degree angle to fit nicely with the seats, just like I did over here. I've been using 16th inch aluminum angle throughout this build to try and keep things lightweight, but I did upgrade the base of the fridge slide out to an 1/8 inch, as you can see here, which should make it a bit more sturdy. Gonna mount the slide out bracket to the 1/8 inch aluminum angle. All right, the sliders for the fridge are mounted. Already back here at home, I went ahead and set up the camping unit on my kitchen table, and off camera I went ahead and added these aluminum angle brackets, which are going to be the base for the slide out fridge. I also mounted this additional divider so you can kind of see the camping unit starting to take shape. This piece of plywood is going to act as the base for the slide out fridge freezer. Sit on it like this and slide out. All right, back here at the shop, and as you can see, the slide out for the fridge is evolving. I went ahead and added some brackets here, and what this is going to be for is to hold the fridge in place. If you think of going over a speed bump or off-road, the back of your vehicle really bounces around a lot. So I want to keep the fridge in place so it doesn't get bounced around a bunch. These are some puzzle floor mats I picked up from Home Depot, rubber mats. They come in a pack of 4. They're 2 foot by 2 foot in size. I'm using these in the back of the Renegade to set the camping unit on, but also the extra I'm using for things such as padding underneath the fridge freezer, which you can see here. That should protect it. And here's the puzzle floor matting in the back of the Renegade. It should provide a little bit extra protection. I may double up on this just to lift up the camping unit a little bit more from the floor. I added these stoppers here. I took a little bit of that rubber floor matting and cut some pieces and screwed them on here. And these are stainless brackets. And the purpose of these are going to be for anchoring the fridge freezer down, where I can take a bungee cord, 2 of them actually, strap them over the fridge freezer and somewhere to the back in here. The space in the Renegade, again, is really tight. The back seat butts right up against the fridge freezer here. And it does help actually kind of keep it snug in place when in transit. But for some extra security, I'm going to add this bungee cord system. I'm not quite sure about these yet, if I'm going to keep them permanently. They're pretty gnarly. They're stainless. I might file them down so they're softer on the edges here. And I might come up with a better solution for this rubber stopper because it's so thick. If I could find something thinner, it would give me a little bit more space to work with, being that the fridge freezer butts right up against the back seat. I'm going to use this piece of angle aluminum for the additional bracing here in the rear. And also, I might drill a couple holes in it, and this may be for the back side of the bungee cords to attach to hold the fridge in place. All right, just finished mounting the bracket in the rear here and drilled a couple holes in it for the bungee cords, which you can see will hold the fridge freezer in place when in transit so it doesn't bounce out of its saddle. All right, for the back of the cabinet, I went ahead and cut this board. And I also cut these brackets. I cut it so that it'll fit around the brackets down here. It's a 70-degree angle up top. And same with this side. It's gonna fit like that. Should work out well. Off camera, I also made this shelf. This is going to fit in here, sit up over the table. And this is going to be storage. And this will be where I store my stove. I'll probably put a backing here, and I'll have additional room in here for other small equipment as well. Here you can see the storage space with the back of the cabinet in place. I'm gonna mount everything now. Okay, I finished up the slide out for the fridge freezer. These bungee cords lock it into place. Again, I might come up with an easier solution for this later. These are a little difficult to get off. See, it slides out like so. Slide back. We have the backboard on here now, and I also built the shelf and mounted it in here for storage for later, for the stove that will be on the slide out table, and then we have a slide out sink, and the water jug will sit up here. So in the next episode, we're going to set up the battery in here and the off-grid power systems and a solar panel as well. And see you next episode.